Here at the Almond Joy Factory, where tropical vibes abound, we use soft, fresh-tasting coconut.
The crunchiest almonds and delicious chocolate candy.
Ah, but do you know what our most important ingredient is? Sometimes you feel like a nut.
Sometimes you don't.
Almond Joy's got nuts and something even way better than that. Yes, Almond Joy is made with almonds and joy.
Jif peanut butter. It's that jiffing good, it doesn't really need advertising. So instead, enjoy the calming sounds of the ocean. Jif. Ooh, it's that jiffing good. Get your Jif at Jif.com.
Hey, this is Bill Simmons from the Bill Simmons Podcast, here to help you make the most of your summer with Michelob Ultra, a superior light beer worth playing for. Play for it with the guys when you're competing to see who can sink more birdies on the golf course, because winning tastes even better with Ultra on the line. Play for Ultra. Fill your fridge with Michelob Ultra this summer. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2025 Anheuser-Busch Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
This episode is brought to you by Hyundai. Get into the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event and get a deal so right it almost feels wrong. For big savings on their most popular models, visit HyundaiUSA.com. Offers end September 2nd, 2025.
Are your business expenses playing hide and seek? With Uber for Business, the small spends that slip through the cracks, like rides and meals, go right where you need them. Because it integrates with leading expense platforms, you can say goodbye to surprise costs, missing dollars, or chasing receipts. Everything's track downable. Uber for Business. Make small steps that make a big impact. Learn more at uber.com/small steps.
How to ensure a positive cultural fit in your hiring process abstract. This article explores practical strategies for avoiding hiring employees who prove to be a poor cultural fit or even outright toxic for an organizational team. It begins by defining key terms like toxic employee and cultural fit, with research showing toxic behaviors negatively impact culture.
What does every USAA member have in common? Family. We're one big family who supports the military community and their eligible families. And if you, your parent, or spouse served, you could join our family and save big on auto insurance. Visit USAA.com/join today to check your eligibility. Membership eligibility and product restrictions apply and are subject to change. USAA means United Services Automobile Association and its affiliates, San Antonio, Texas.
Does it ever feel like you're a marketing professional just speaking into the void? Well, with LinkedIn ads, you can know you're reaching the right decision makers. You can even target buyers by job title, industry, company, seniority, skills. Wait, did I say job title yet? Get started today and see how you can avoid the void and reach the right buyers with LinkedIn ads. We'll even give you a $100 credit on your next campaign. Get started at linkedin.com/results. Terms and conditions apply.
Hey, it's Paris. You know I love sparkly things, right? Like stars. Duh. And thanks to Hilton and AutoCamp, I just slept under them. Picture me, serving looks by the fire outside my luxurious Airstream, making s'mores with the kids, while a national park is our backdrop. The great outdoors meets Hilton hospitality. That's hot. Explore all the new ways to stay at Hilton.com. Hilton for the stay.
Not all meals are created equal. For instance, breakfast has the spicy egg McMuffin for a limited time, and lunch doesn't. McDonald's breakfast comes first. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
You open the Walmart app and boom! The Reebok and Hanes styles that keep your kiddos on their A game delivered in as fast as an hour. That's right, those comfy Hanes Performance Crew socks they love in the app. And the coolest shirts, shorts, hoodies, and leggings from Reebok? Yep, Walmart's got them. They'll feel so focused in their new gear they won't even notice you freaking out on the sidelines. Shop Reebok and Hanes in the app. The Walmart you thought you knew is now new. Subject to availability, fees, and restrictions apply.
Got some good news for your ears. More of that good stuff is coming up. And even better news for your hair. The best hair care is at Sephora. They've got all kinds of products for every kind of hair. From brands like Amika, Kerastase, Day, and K18. You knew where to get great audio. Now, you know where to get great hair care, too. Sephora, good news for great hair. Shop hair care now at Sephora.com.
This episode is brought to you by Nespresso Virtual Coffee Machines. Ready to enjoy the bold flavors of barista-quality Nespresso iced coffee at home? Simply fill a glass with ice and press the brew button on your virtual pop machine to enjoy rich double espressos roasted to stand up even when chilled. Refreshingly bold iced coffee. Refreshingly easy to make at home. Visit Nespresso.com to shop now.
Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile. With the price of just about everything going up, we thought we'd bring our prices down. So to help us, we brought in a reverse auctioneer, which is apparently a thing.
Mint Mobile Unlimited Premium Wireless. How to get 30, 30, how to get 30, how to get 20, 20, 20, how to get 20, 20, how to get 15, 15, 15, 15, just $15 a month? Sold!
Give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan, equivalent to $15 per month required. New customer offer for first 3 months only. Speed slow after 35 gigabytes if network's busy. Taxes and fees extra. See mintmobile.com.
My cat Freddie loves to be brushed and cuddled. But stirring up his cat allergens meant sneezing and itchy eyes. Then I found Purina One Live Clear. It's cat food that reduced the major allergen and my suffering in as little as 21 days. Now, we feel closer than ever. If you have issues with cat allergens, you really need to try Purina One Live Clear.
Try new Purina One Live Clear today. Purina One, a difference from day one.
This episode is sponsored by Friskies, who would like to tell your cats hi. Now, if that didn't get your cat's attention, there is one thing that always does the trick. Just pour some Friskies crunchy food in the bowl and you'll hear those paws come running. Works every time. With so many Friskies choices, you can always bring your cats running from their secret napping spots. There's always more to explore. See for yourself at Friskies.com or visit your local store.
AI is moving fast. So fast, it's hard to keep up. In fact, in ServiceNow's latest AI Maturity Index, scores dipped 20% from last year. But that's okay, because AI isn't a sprint. It's a marathon. You may be behind today, but tomorrow you could be a pace setter. Dive into ServiceNow's AI Maturity Index and see how you can innovate as fast as your ambitions. Visit servicenow.com/AI maturity.
Learning through play starts with Lego Duplo. With Lego Duplo, toddlers can develop real-life skills while having fun with colorful bricks made just for them. Large, easy to grip, and safe to explore. When children express themselves with Lego Duplo, they build patience, problem-solving, and empathy. See your child learn perseverance and self-expression with everything they imagine and create. Visit lego.com/preschool to learn more.
Cultural fit refers to an employee aligning with an organization's core values and working norms. The article then outlines best practices for the hiring process, starting with an assessment of company culture to define priorities for candidates. It suggests aligning job descriptions, asking behavioral interview questions, focusing reference checks on cultural qualities, and considering assessment tools. Onboarding should socialize new hires to the organization's culture. Implementing these research-backed practices throughout the hiring lifecycle can help companies consistently bring on individuals suited to their unique culture and social dynamics. As an organizational consultant and current academic researcher, I have had the privilege of studying leadership and culture within many different types of organizations. Through this work, I have seen firsthand the dangers that can arise when an employee is hired who proves to be a poor cultural fit or even outright toxic for the team. Today we will explore practical strategies for avoiding these risky hires and promoting positive cultural fits instead. Understanding toxic employees and cultural fit before diving into specific hiring best practices. It's important to define what is meant by terms like toxic employee and cultural fit. Research has shown that toxic employees negatively impact company culture through behaviors such as chronic tardiness, creating interpersonal drama, poor communication skills, lack of work ethic, or engagement in unethical conduct,
Poath and Pearson. 2013. Beyond behavioral issues, cultural fit refers to an employee's alignment with the core values, working styles, and norms that define an organization's culture. For instance, at a fast-paced startup that prizes innovation and risk-taking, candidates demanding rigid processes or avoiding challenges may prove a poor fit no matter their qualifications. Likewise, at a values-driven non-profit, applicants lacking commitment to the mission could clash with coworkers and stall progress. Ensuring cultural fit increases job satisfaction, collaboration, and retention for both the new hire and existing team members. Christoph Brown, Zimmerman, and Johnson, 2005. Start with self-aware culture assessment. The first step in achieving consistently strong cultural fits is for an organization's leadership to undertake an honest assessment of their own culture. This includes defining core values as well as implicit norms around expectations for communication, work-life balance, decision-making styles, and more. Without internal clarity on cultural identity, it will be nearly impossible for recruiters and hiring managers to recognize compatibility or incompatibility with candidates. For example, during a recent strategic planning process, the executive team at a growing manufacturing firm I consulted for realized they had drifted away from founding principles of versatility and continual learning. While efficiency had become central to success, prioritizing specialized skill sets alone was limiting adaptability. Through open discussion, they reaffirmed a culture valuing cross-functional collaboration and ongoing development, insights directly applied to refining their hiring efforts. Align job descriptions with cultural priorities once a company has defined its cultural identity. The next step is ensuring job descriptions accurately reflect cultural priorities rather than just tasks and qualifications. For example, a description could emphasize ideals like self-starter who thrives in ambiguous environments, rather than solely listing technical skills if innovation and autonomy are important. Additionally, applications and interviews should directly assess fit with highlighted cultural elements regardless of pure competency. For instance, researchers at a Midwestern university looking to expand their data analytics team knew collaboration was crucial given the interdisciplinary nature of projects, rather than focus solely on programming proficiency in postings. They emphasized traits like effective communication and willingness to learn from colleagues across departments. Final candidates were then rigorously evaluated on cultural traits in addition to technical skills during multiple rounds of interviews and presentation challenges. This approach led to strong additions who quickly integrated into existing collaborative relationships. Ask behavioral questions to assess cultural traits during the interview process. Asking behavioral questions provides crucial insights into how candidates have handled real situations in the past, revealing qualities and habits that indicate cultural compatibility or tension. Hypothetical questions are less useful, as answers don't reflect ingrained tendencies. For culturally important values like collaboration, integrity, or adaptability, recruiters can probe for concrete examples highlighting a candidate's alignment. For instance, rather than asking, "How do you handle conflict?" an effective behavioral question gauging collaboration could be, "Tell me about a time on a past team where differing opinions arose. How did you work to find common ground?" Follow-ups help evaluate things like empathy, willingness to compromise, and focus on shared goals over individual priorities. Answers revealing a candidate who escalated tensions or remained inflexible would serve as a red flag at many organizations. Reference checks focus on cultural qualities even with diligent interviews. Reference checks provide another vital perspective on a candidate's suitability that taps professional networks recruiters may lack access to themselves. However, too often these checks focus narrowly on job duties and performance assessments rather than cultural fit factors. Speaking to previous managers, teammates, and clients, hiring teams should specifically probe how a candidate aligned with aspects like dependability, positivity, initiative, or adaptability based on real working experiences. For instance, when adding a new account executive, an advertising firm may reference check not just sales numbers but how the candidate interacted with tight agency deadlines or handled client requests and changes in priorities. Responses noting flexibility, humility, and drive to solve problems rather than pass blame could confirm the applicant would fit well alongside the high-energy and solutions-oriented culture already in place. Consider cultural assessments as an evaluation tool while interviews provide invaluable personal insights. Validated assessment tools focused on workplace culture can offer another dimension for evaluating fit between job candidates and company environment. Of course, results should supplement rather than supplant thorough interviewing, but may help surface tendencies or compatibility metrics not readily discerned through traditional questioning alone. For example, one educational nonprofit I partnered with opted to incorporate the organizational culture assessment instrument during later hiring stages for department director roles. Beyond assessing traits like assertiveness, competitiveness, and flexibility, the tool highlighted candidates' general preference for stability versus adaptability, directly tying to the nonprofit's goal of continually evolving programs. Leaders used combined interview and assessment data to make well-informed cultural fit determinations central to their important leadership positions. Onboard new hires with cultural lens even after rigorous screening. Onboarding remains crucial for acclimating new hires to cultural realities on the ground versus expectations formed during recruiting. Onboarding orientation should focus on sharing defining characteristics of the organization and team in practice based on the culture assessment lens used during hiring. In this way, recent hires understand priorities and functioning mode from day one. For instance, the IT company I consulted for had codified autonomy as a core value but actually preferred close collaboration on projects internally. During onboarding, new colleagues shadowed existing teams to experience collaborative culture firsthand rather than assuming independence defined the role. This revealed potential misalignments early and socialized individuals to optimize cultural fit moving forward. New hire training and integration sets the stage for long-term success or identifies needs for additional cultural support. Conclusion: focusing recruitment and selection procedures through a cultural fit lens requires dedicated effort but yields immense rewards by avoiding high-risk hires and promoting workplace cohesion, job satisfaction, and productivity over the long term. Organizations that commit to understanding their defining culture and prioritizing compatibility throughout the entire hiring lifecycle, from job posting to onboarding, stand the best chance of consistently bringing on individuals suited not just for task requirements but the social dynamics and priorities that ultimately drive success. Through diligent application of research-backed practices, leadership teams can rest assured their growing teams will prove strong cultural additions for years to come.